안녕하십니까? 쉐도잉 100일의 기적입니다. 지금부터 14일차 쉐도잉을 시작합니다.
Hello, my amazing friends. Today, I want you to imagine something with me. You wake up one morning, and someone gives you $1,440. But there's one rule. You must spend all of it in 24 hours, or it's gone forever. What would you do? Now here's the truth. Every single day, life gives you 1,440 minutes. And just like money, if you don't use them wisely, they disappear. In this video, you'll learn a powerful story about time, success, and how using your minutes well can change your life, and help you improve your English too. Let's get started. Tom lived in a quiet town and worked at a small shoe store. He wasn't rich, but he had enough to live. Most people liked him because he was kind and polite. But there was one thing Tom often said that stopped him from growing. I don't have time. Every morning he woke up late. He ate quickly, rushed to work, and came home tired. In the evening, he watched TV for hours and went to bed. When friends asked him to join a class, go for a walk, or try something new, he always gave the same answer. Maybe next time. I don't have time. One rainy afternoon, a customer walked into the store. He was an old man with a white beard and a black coat. He looked calm, but there was something strong in his eyes. Tom helped him try on shoes. As they talked, the man asked, "Do you enjoy your job?" Tom shrugged. "It's okay, but I want more. I want to travel. I want to learn English. I want to start something of my own." The old man looked at him for a long moment and said, "Then why don't you?" Tom laughed. "I told you, I don't have time." The man smiled. Every person has 1,440 minutes each day. You can't save them. You can't get more. But you can choose how to use them. Tom raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" "Time is like money," the man said. "If you waste it, it's gone. But if you use it well, it can give you everything you want." That night, Tom couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about those words. Time is like money. The next day, he sat down and wrote how he spent his time. 8 hours sleeping. 9 hours working. 2 hours eating. And more than 3 hours watching TV. He was shocked. The next morning, he woke up 30 minutes earlier. He stretched, drank water, and read one page of a book in English. It felt strange, but also good. At work, he used a short break to watch a video with English subtitles. He didn't understand everything, but he tried. In the evening, instead of turning on the TV, he opened a notebook and wrote 3 new words he had learned. The next day, he used one of them with a customer. It was a small step, but Tom smiled to himself. A few days later, he met his friend Jake. "You look different," Jake said. Tom nodded. "I'm trying something new. Just 10 or 15 minutes a day. I want to use my time better." Jake laughed. "I always say I don't have time. But maybe I do," Tom replied. "We all do. We just forget that every minute is a gift." And from that day on, Tom began to treat time not like something he was losing, but like something he was investing. It wasn't perfect, but it was the beginning of something new. Weeks passed, and Tom's small steps became habits. He still worked at the shoe store, but his mornings started earlier now. He used that quiet time to read or listen to simple English conversations. At first, it was hard. He often made mistakes, didn't understand much, and felt tired. But little by little, it became easier. One day, while helping a customer, a man came in speaking only English. Tom's boss looked unsure, but Tom walked over with a smile. "Hello? Can I help you?" he asked slowly. The customer smiled. "Yes, I'm looking for walking shoes size 10. Tom listened carefully. He pointed to a shelf, asked a few simple questions, and helped the man try on shoes. They even laughed at one point when the man said his old shoes had retired. After the man left, Tom's boss looked impressed. "You speak English now?" "A little," Tom said. "I practice every day." His boss nodded. "That's good. Tourists are coming more often. Maybe I can give you a small raise." Tom was surprised. A raise? Just from using his time better? That night, he walked home with a smile. He looked up at the stars and felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: pride. Not because he was lucky, but because he had made a choice, a small, daily choice to grow. He called his mom to tell her about the customer and the raise. She was proud of him. He hung up and looked at the old TV remote on the table. It was covered in dust. He didn't even miss it. Tom picked up his notebook and wrote, "Today, I used my time well." Then he turned the page and added, "Time isn't something I wait for. It's something I use." The following Sunday, Tom sat alone at a small cafe. He was writing his weekly plan in a notebook when a voice beside him asked, "Are you studying English?" He looked up to see a woman smiling at him. She had kind eyes and a gentle voice. "Yes," Tom replied. "Just trying to learn a little every day." "I'm Emma," she said. "I teach English to adults. If you want, I can help." Tom hesitated. "How much do you charge?" She laughed. "It's free. I like helping people who want to learn." And just like that, every Saturday, they met for 1 hour at the same cafe. Emma gave him simple lessons, helped him fix small mistakes, and showed him easier ways to say things. Each week, Tom grew more confident. One day, she handed him a small notebook with a green cover. On the front were the words, "Your time is your power." He held it carefully, like it was something special. And it was. Because it reminded him that a few months ago, he had almost said no to all of this. He had almost chosen to stay the same. Now, he was learning, helping more customers, and speaking a new language. Not fast. Not perfect. But real progress. That night, he opened the new notebook and wrote one line at the top: "Small minutes create big change." Then he smiled and kept writing. A month later, Tom received a letter in the mail. It was from the community center. They were starting a new program for local workers: free night classes in business, customer service, and English. Emma had told them about Tom, and they wanted him to join. He sat at his kitchen table with the letter in his hands. For a moment he felt nervous. What if he wasn't ready? What if the class was too hard? But then he looked at the green notebook beside him. He remembered how far he had come. He stood up, grabbed a pen, and wrote on the form, "Yes, I will join." The first night of class, Tom sat in the front row. The teacher smiled and asked everyone to introduce themselves. When it was Tom's turn, he stood slowly and said, "My name is Tom. I work at a shoe store. I'm learning English because I believe my time has value." The room clapped. And at that moment, Tom felt something he hadn't felt before: belief. Not just in time, but in himself. From that night on, things began to move faster. Tom didn't just attend classes, he enjoyed them. He made friends with people who also wanted more in life. They helped each other, laughed together, and even stayed late to practice conversations. Emma sometimes joined too, smiling at how far Tom had come. One day, the teacher gave them a group project: plan a small business idea. Tom's group chose to create a simple online store selling handmade shoes. Tom shared what he knew from working at the shop. Others helped with the design and English. Together, they made something real. When it was time to present, Tom stood at the front again. His heart beat fast, but he remembered his first words in English. He breathed deeply and began. "Our project is called Step Forward. It's a place for people to buy simple, comfortable shoes made by local hands." After the presentation, the teacher said, "You've come so far, Tom. This idea has real potential." That night, Tom walked home with the notebook under his arm. It was full of words, drawings, and ideas. He sat down, opened to a new page, and wrote, "Time is not just money. Time is change." The next morning, Tom spoke with his boss. "I want to try something new. I want to work part-time and spend the rest of the day building my own small shoe business." His boss looked surprised, then smiled. "I've seen your progress. If anyone can do it, you can." Tom said thank you and left the store with a full heart. Outside, the sun was shining. He didn't feel afraid. He felt ready. He didn't have everything figured out. But he had something more powerful than a perfect plan. He had belief, he had small habits, and he had time. And this time, he wasn't going to waste it. Thank you so much for listening to Tom's story. Maybe you saw a little of yourself in him. Maybe you also say, "I don't have time," when really, your time is waiting to be used. Remember this: time is not something we find. It's something we choose. If Tom could change his life one small minute at a time, so can you. So, what will you do with your next 10 minutes? If this story helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who needs a little hope today. And don't forget to tell us in the comments, how will you use your time better starting today? Your time is your power. Let's grow together, 1 minute at a time.
오늘은 여기까지입니다. 구독, 좋아요, 완료 댓글은 필수입니다. 감사합니다.